Hey, it's Samantha with the Rediscover Real podcast. I am so thrilled to be here with you. Are you feeling overwhelmed, confused, or stuck on a hamster wheel from constantly seeking external tools, validation, and buffering in a search for more joy and fulfillment? Rediscover Real means to pull back the curtain and return to the foundation, peeling away the layers of mindsets, identities, and beliefs that no longer serve us. As we choose to grow, move forward, and show up fully as God intended, because at our very core, inside of you, lies everything already, as God created you absolutely perfect. We get to uncover and rediscover what's inside of us, and then to expand into what we're capable of. In this space, we'll dive into topics on personal finance and budgeting, mindset and growth, relationships, network marketing, and entrepreneurship. I'm sure there'll be some laughter and possibly a few tears along the way. I'm on this journey and you're invited. I'm holding out my hand for you. Will you join me? Let's rediscover real together. Are you mailing it in? Are you mailing it in your finances, in your budget, in creating more income? You're just like mailing it in at work. You're not working on your side hustle. You're deciding subconsciously that those things don't matter. You're just like, meh, we're going to take a break. Now, you may or may not have done this consciously yet. Here's the thing. So many people are like, no, I'm going to keep showing up, and then I'll take a few days off around Christmas and back at it. But are you really? Or are you mailing it in already? We're still 12 days away from Christmas, or 11 days away from Christmas, whatever, 12 days when I record this. Are you mailing it in? Have you already checked out for the rest of the year? You're like, 2023, I'm over it. We'll try again in the new year. Here's the thing. Since before even the first of the month, I've seen a shift in people where they've started mailing it in, where all of a sudden the focus and the priorities are all around Christmas. And while that's not a bad thing, we want to celebrate the season. I'm not saying be a Grinch and Scrooge and work on Christmas Day at all. But you get to choose what your priorities are. Same with your budget. You get to choose if you're going to blow your whole budget, or if you get to say, you know what I want most is to go into 2024 with more income and continue to work your business. What I want most is to go into 2024 with a smaller credit card bill for Christmas. What I want and what I'm choosing to be a priority is to walk into a new year with less stress financially, having stayed on budget. You get to choose what you want most over what you want right now. This is huge. So many people just mail it in. They're like, you know what? We're done. We're over it. But this is, if you mail it in for the whole month, it's a 12th of the year. That's a big chunk of the year. 31 days is a long time. 15 days is a long time. 12 days is a long time. 10 days, whenever you're listening to this, when it gets published. That's a long time to mail it in. You can accomplish a lot in 10 days. You can accomplish a lot in a week. You might not see the results from it right now, but you will see the results from it down the road. So how can you show up? How can you carve out time and put it on your calendar? Where are you taking more rest? And maybe that means maybe you're not in a season where you want to the most go all out, and that's okay. But where do you want to still keep your foot on the gas? Even if you let off a little bit, but you still keep it on the gas. You don't just mail it in and coast the rest of the way. So look at that. Carve out rest, put it on your calendar. Okay, I'm doing these fun things with my family. I'm carving out this time to rest. I'm carving out this time to reflect. I'm carving out this time to celebrate the holiday season and to soak in that. And then I'm still going to, and I'm still committed to, and I am deciding to still show up for these places, for my budget, for creating an income, for the effort, putting in the effort, whatever that looks like for you in your life right now. You get to decide what's most important over what's important right now. You get to choose if you mail it in. But you might feel some discomfort 60 to 90 days down the road after that. That's the thing, is it's not necessarily instant. We're so trained to go after the instant gratification. And then 60 to 90 days down the road, maybe sooner than that, maybe later than that, you're like, why is this happening? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel this like discomfort and pain and, like this? I don't want this credit card debt. I see the dip in my income where I didn't do the work, and now I'm seeing where, the income isn't increasing like I had planned on it being. What you do now matters for down the road. How are you going to set yourself up for success in 2024? How are you going to set yourself up so that you can walk into 2024 with more peace, more joy, more clarity, get ahead of the game, instead of going into it with more stress and like, well, I took that time off. Now I have to do double time to try to catch up, and it's going to be like delayed, and I'm not going to see it for, till down the road, and like, oh my goodness. You get to choose. That's what life is, right? It's choices. Okay, how can you show up? Might be at a slower speed, but still keep your foot on the gas. And how can you also carve out intentional time for rest? Because it is a time of rest and of celebration, celebrating Christmas and the birth of our Savior and all of those pieces. Remember, what do you want most over what do you want right now? You just finished another episode of the Rediscover Real podcast. My hope is always that you come away encouraged. And if you found this valuable, would you share it with a friend? And be sure to tag me on social media. I love seeing your takeaways. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. And I would so appreciate it if you took a second to rate and review this podcast so that more people can find it. Also, take a peek in the show notes for a link to my website that has a special gift just for you for listening today. As always, I'm on the journey and you're invited. Let's rediscover real together.